This is the Tree of Life, Season 26, Chapter 1. In this episode, we will be talking about the impact on synchronization of groups and negation in integrated and unintegrated degeneration. In Season 25, Chapter 8, we talked about two forms of dialectical degeneration. One, which occurs between interpreted self and independent self in the world, which is associated with integration of an impulse. 2. An integrated degeneration, which happens within the bubble universe created by infinite recursion. The main point of this episode is that negation causes desynchronization in both integrated and unintegrated degeneration, but in different ways. On the one hand, integrated degeneration causes the dialectical degeneration to occur within the structures of the external reality, in the connections between people manifesting as coincident tension release. In the complete series, we talked about how when people engaging in social communication experience synchronous releases, the result is mirroring. This mirroring is synonymous with emotional coupling within structures. It produces synchronization, or cooperative exchanges. Integrated degeneration occurs through the interplay of interpreted self and independent self within the tautological flow from vessel to vessel. We see that in reverse substitution events, the leader, or trendsetter, acts as the incoming consciousness, acting out the acquiescence of the outgoing consciousness. This produces emotional coupling along with expression of the impulse and recurrence. If there is no subsequent negation, the result is a gradual shift within the self for the outgoing consciousness, as the tautological flow expands. Each reverse substitution event sees the creation of a new self through the integration of the existing self with some incoming consciousness. In this way, the shift in consensus created by each event is a shift within the self, not within the external reality. Now, if there is negation, that negation results in a loss of synchronization within the external world between that self and others. This may manifest as dialectical positions or posturing in social groups, or merely communication in digital media. But the key point is that the loss of synchronization is linked to the individual relative to the group. The alternative example is provided by infinite recursion. In that case, the negation, when the dialectical degeneration is greater or equal to 2 steps, leads to a shift in consensus. This shift manifests within the group itself as a renewing of historical conflicts over what is true. That is, it still produces desynchronization, but that desynchronization is within the group, not as between the group and the subject. In fact, the subject itself may experience an increased synchronization with the group initially as the artifact of sublimation degenerates. Thus, we can see that sublimation is a form of projective deflection. It outsources the desynchronization between the individual and the group to the group itself. This manifests as a shift in the exterior consensus. The point at which the exterior consensus shifts is also the point at which the artifact has degenerated, which is also the point at which the synchronization of the subject with the group returns to some baseline equilibrium. That's the end of the podcast for today.